Mellow greetings, everybody. My name is James. I am from the internet, and today we are going to be talking about what access to healthcare in the greatest country in the world looks like today. Now, this is the part of the video where I normally give you a witty, pithy opening filled with a preview of what's to come. Today, I don't have that. What I do have for you is a video I want you to watch first.
Tell us, what are you raising money for with your lemonade stand?
Well, I'm raising money to have brain surgery, so yeah.
Come out, buy some lemonade, right?
Yeah, come out to buy some lemonade. It's only 25 cents, and for the lemonade, the cookies you see back here, that you can't really see, but they're $1, and the candy things that are right there that you can see, it's $1 too, so I like to just have them extra to just make sure that I get enough money to have, surgery,
So come out to Savage's Bakery.
I hope I make it. 7-year-old Alabama girl selling lemonade to fund her own brain surgeries. Savage's Bakery in Homewood is now serving a new kind of lemonade, a special concoction customers won't find on their regular menu. Liza Scott, the 7-year-old daughter of owner Elizabeth Scott, has set up a lemonade stand inside the bakery because when life gave her lemons, she made lemonade. Nothing like softening the blow of making people aware of the complete, total, and utter failure of our healthcare system as a nation, like dropping some old-timey sayings. Yeah, that'll make it hit a little softer, right? For her customers, these tasty, thirst-quenching treats are just that. But for Liza, they're a sign of hope and perseverance in the face of adversity. The proceeds from each glass of lemonade will help fund Liza's upcoming brain surgeries. Quote, she has 3 cerebral malformations, Scott said. One is what they call schizenophilia, so it's a cleft in the frontal lobe in the right side of her brain, and we think that's what's causing the seizures. It was less than a month ago that Liza began having grand mal seizures. Weeks later, doctors learned this spunky, loving, fearless, bright, happy girl has an extra special brain. Again, this is normally where I would add a little punchy line to, really drive home what I just read you, but I'm going to take a pass here as well. Don't worry, I'll save it for the end. Next week, Liza and her mother will fly to Boston Children's Hospital for the first of a series of surgeries. Quote, I can't handle it, so I hope I make it, Liza said. My mom keeps saying I'm going to, but I feel like I'm not. Elizabeth Scott says she's still processing this reality and is leaning on her faith to stay strong. Quote, in the moments that I feel like I can't breathe or I'm awake in the night and I can't sleep, I pray, she said. I'm on my hands and knees, literally praying. Elizabeth Scott purchased additional insurance to help pay for Liza's brain surgeries. But with travel and hotel costs heaped on top of medical expenses, the family is already nearing $10,000 in out-of-pocket expenses. Quote, as a single mom and the financial supporter of both my children, this is not something you can budget for. So in addition to selling the tastiest lemonade around, the Scotts are also looking for donations. As of Thursday afternoon, they've reached nearly $6,000. And now it's time for me to jump in. Yes, this is what access to healthcare in the greatest country in the world looks like right now. I don't want you to so much pay attention to the fact that there is yet another person who has to go online and ask for donations on GoFundMe or a similar platform, which I've been led to believe is literally the biggest health insurer in the United States of America now, because insurance companies don't actually cover anything. They just charge you a lot of money so you can say that you have insurance. But no, that's not the part I want to talk about. I want to talk about the commodification of people's pain and how that is now what drives access to the best health care in the world. GoFundMe helps users crowdfund for the most important issues they're faced with, says CEO Rob Solomon. Users can create fundraisers for categories such as creative, competition, business, emergency, and memorial. But, surprisingly or unsurprisingly, medical is the largest category on GoFundMe. 1/3 of all money raised on GoFundMe in 2017 went to medical campaigns. 250,000 medical campaigns had been set up in total, raising around $650 million in contributions. And again, the current numbers are even more staggering than this, but that's not the point of my little diatribe today. This should come as no surprise in a country where 27.5 million people lacked health insurance in 2018 and where medical bills were the single largest cause of consumer bankruptcy from 2005 to 2013. Even for people who have health insurance, lost income from extended hospital stays or experimental therapies not covered by insurance also pose major financial challenges. In the absence of policies that address systemic issues within the U.S. healthcare system, GoFundMe and other crowdfunding platforms have become a makeshift solution, acting as a last resort for already vulnerable patients. Bringing attention to an internet campaign is very different from publicizing a neighborhood bake sale. If there were 200 bake sales on a single cul-de-sac, each selling the same vanilla and chocolate cupcakes, why should a passerby stop at your booth? Similarly, what makes a donor donate to a given campaign? And right now, if you don't have a feeling of existential dread tingling down the back of your spine, well then, I strongly suggest you catch up to the rest of us, because we all know what's coming next. In order to secure donations, users need marketing savvy. A University of Washington study of 200 GoFundMe campaigns found that users skilled in self-marketing, social media, and video production have a leg up in producing a successful GoFundMe campaign. Campaigners need to sell their story and themselves to appeal to potential donors. Patients upload heartfelt written updates, photos, and videos of themselves and their families in the hopes that their story will resonate with potential donors, translating into funds to pay their medical bills. PR firms have even sprouted up to help GoFundMe users optimize their campaigns. Yes, that's right. In the United States of America, where we have the greatest healthcare in the world and almost nobody can afford to access it, rather than getting some kind of universal healthcare or making healthcare affordable, we have instead sprouted up numerous cottage industries based around being a professional asker of help from the general public. That's right, you can't just be in need anymore. Why? Because there's so goddamn many Americans in need that the concept of somebody in need is pretty fucking pedantic. So now, you know who gets the help? The cute people, the adorable people, the ones who have social media and marketing savvy, who can get a local news station to come down and shoot video of you being cute, selling lemonade, while saying, I really hope I can sell enough of this so I don't die. This leads to an unequal, almost transactional relationship between users and donors. Patients divulge intimate details about their physical and emotional struggles with health issues to garner empathy and contributions from donors. Users give up privacy, often because they feel they have no choice, while donors give up money. Donating will most likely help the donor feel good by providing the opportunity to perform an altruistic deed and the resulting positive feelings. Conversely, 90% of medical campaigns in the University of Washington study didn't meet their fundraising goals. Now, yes, thanks to the kindness of strangers, a local television newscast being very happy to come down and commodify the pain of a family that is grappling with an uncertain future, Liza managed to meet her fundraising goals, and hopefully everything's going to be okay. But for every story that ends like Liza's, there are now thousands that don't. So maybe, just maybe, it's time to stop asking for access to healthcare, and it's time to start demanding it. Because frankly, there is too much pain from too many people to be properly commodified to help everybody. Until next time, my name is James. I'm from the internet and I'm out. Peace.